Short morning routine.
Hello everyone, this is a little 20 to 25 minute workout that I've set up for you all in case you haven't got time to do a full workout on one day. Maybe you just feel like getting up, stretching. It's designed for any time of day, but it's particularly designed for the mornings to really get you moving. It's not the full workout, it's some carefully chosen exercises to get all different parts of your body getting moving. It is suitable for everybody. I've got a couple of modifications if you do suffer with osteoporosis. General rule applies: if your neck aches, put your head down at any one point. So let's get going. Standing up nice and tall, draw your heels together, lift your arches slightly, find the wrap through your seat, bringing your inner thighs together. Scooping your belly in from your pelvic floor, draw it in. Lift your ribs away from your hips, lengthening your spine. Glide your shoulders down your back. Stretch up through your crown. Now just relax everything slightly so nothing is tense. Take a big breath in and exhale. Filling your ribs with air, breathing in and breathe. One more big breath in and exhale. Ease off any stiff neck. So keeping your shoulders down, turn your head, look over one shoulder, back to the center, look over the other shoulder. You want to try and keep your chin gliding over a shelf. Now, if you do have stiffness in your neck, you're going to find it's going to want to tip and fight. So try and keep it level. Just take it as far as you can. You might find some Rice Krispies in the back of your neck round about now. And back to the center. Now take your head over to one side, bringing your ear to your shoulder. Press the opposite shoulder down, reach down through that finger, stretch the side of your neck. And change sides. Keeping your face looking forward. Once again, if your neck is tight, your chin is going to want to tuck itself in and fight against the stretch. Just take it till you feel a stretch. It should feel like a stretch, but not be painful. Last one. And back up to the center. Now getting those shoulders moving. Opening your chest. Keep scooping your belly in, keeping your lovely posture. Circling your shoulders back. Trying to grab a pencil between your shoulder blades. Circling around. And then settle them down your back. Standing at the front of your mats now. Bring your arms into Genie if you can. Get yourself down safely though. One foot behind the other. Sit yourselves down and roll back into a lying position. Okay, so you want your feet and knees hip width apart. Arms by your side. Take a moment to relax your spine. Relax your shoulders. Have a couple of breaths. And we're going to do some pelvic rocks. Get those lower spines moving. Scoop in your belly and tip your pelvis towards your chest and release it away. Tipping in. The deeper you scoop, you can get a bigger movement. Waking those lower spines up. It's a nice way to get moving in the mornings, or if you've been sat still for a long period of time. And now we're going to grow these into a spine curl. So scoop in your belly in, peel your spine off the mat, lifting your hips one bone at a time, and then lengthen bone by bone, rolling back down. Scooping in, breathing in, peel up to the tips of your shoulders, lengthen down, breathing out, bone by bone. Twice more, keeping your shoulders soft and relaxed. Feeling each of your vertebrae as you roll it down. Last one. And exhale. Okay. Some rib cage arms. Floating your arms to the ceiling. Palms face your knees, hands shoulder width. Scoop your belly in to anchor your spine and your ribs. Stretch overhead and lift to the ceiling. Keep your ribs anchored down on the mat by pulling your abs in. Arms straight. Shoulders reaching down your back. You're not aiming to touch the floor. You're aiming to challenge your abs, keeping your ribs down. Last one. And bring your arms down by your side. Okay, I want you to sit yourselves up carefully. And we're going to do our roll up. So roll up, as you all know, you work to your level. Not everybody can get all the way down and all the way back up. So by now, hopefully, if you're one of my regular clients, you know what your limit is. So we'll build it up, go back as far as you can. If you do have osteoporosis and you're doing this video, you want to keep your spine straight. It's a very different move. So for those with osteoporosis, sit up tall, pull your middle in. It's a little movement, hinging back. You keep your chest lifted and lift back up. It's a big challenge for the abs. It's a small movement. You've got to keep this bit solid and long. Okay, for everybody else, bring your arms up in front. Scoop your belly in, tuck your tail under, roll back a little way, lifting up and stretch forward. Enjoy that stretch. Roll back a little more. Pull your belly back to lift you up. Can you go back a little further? Remember, work to your limit. Go a little further. Pull your belly back and reach. This time, if you want to go all the way down, you can. Rolling down. Reach your arms overhead. Big breath in. Exhale as you pull your belly back to stretch. Bone by bone, lengthen through your heels. Stretch through your fingers. Exhaling, pull back to lift over. Twice more. Exhale and peel up. Last one. And then I want everybody to roll all the way down. Or if you've got osteoporosis, take yourself down safely for one leg circle. Bring one knee into your chest. Press the opposite heel onto the mat in line with your nose. Stretch your knee off. And then straighten your leg to the ceiling or keep it bent if that works better for you. Add a little bit of turnout. Scoop in we go. Across and around and up. Circle around and stop. Scoop in to keep your hips still. Circle around and stop. Last one, change direction. Out and around and pause. Feeling the work in your hip. Out and around and stop. Two more. Last one. Give your knee a little stretch. And change legs. Make sure your heel is pressing into the mat in line with your nose. Draw your knee in and stretch it. And then bring your arms by your side. Legs straight to the ceiling if you can. I can't. I have to keep mine bent. Little bit of turnout. We go across and around and up. Scoop in to keep your hips still. Cross and around and up. Inner thigh draws your circle. Last one, change direction. Out and across and up. Circle around and stop. Hips are still on the mat. Two more. Last one. Bring your knee and stretch it off. And then rock yourselves up for rolling like a ball. Now, if you're not comfortable rolling, or if you do have osteoporosis, you want to hold the position without the roll. So we'll get everyone into position, lifting your feet. You can hold onto your shins, or you can hold onto your thighs if it's more comfortable. Heels together, knees shoulder width, long spine, and then looking at your belly. So you can hold this position, or if you want to roll, breathe in, scoop and roll back, exhale and come up. See if you can find that balance at the top without putting your feet down. Scooping deeper to bring yourself up. Exhaling. Keep looking in at your belly. If you try and look up, it makes it really hard. Last one. And bring your feet down. Okay, are we all ready for the abs series? I know how much you all love it. Starting with a single leg stretch. Now, this is done in curl up. If your neck hurts or you have osteoporosis, do it with your head down. Okay, doesn't detract from the exercise, just stops your neck hurting. Stretch one leg long, outside hand to your ankle, inside hand to your knee. Scoop your belly in, roll yourself back. Legs to the ceiling. And we change. Scoop in and reach. Lengthening out. Draw the opposite knee in. 2 more. Last one. Bring your knees in, rest your heads down if they're not already. Okay, double leg stretch now. So scoop in if you're curling up, curl up. Hands onto your shins, heels together. Stretch out, circle in. Press through your feet, in with your abs. Squeeze your glutes, scoop it in. Keeping your head and shoulders still. Stretch, circle in. 2 more. Keeping your spine heavy on the mat. Bring it in. Bring your head down and your feet down. Okay. Ready for some knee folds now. So everybody's head down. All the work is in your abs. Scoop in your belly. Fold one knee into your chest and lower it back down. Fold the opposite knee in and lower. Check your shoulders are relaxed. You want your work in your abs. With your spine staying still. Wherever your spine is, there might be a slight gap, that's fine. But you don't want it moving. Make sure it's still. Abs are pulling in to move your leg. One more each side. And bring your feet down. Okay, so the next exercise is called pond dipping, and it's a more challenging version of the knee folds. If you found the knee folds enough, carry on with those. If you find the pond dipping too much, go back to the knee folds. Okay, bring your legs up into a tabletop. So they are not over your chest. You want your knees over your hips. Nice flat shins. Scooping your belly in. This is going to be more of a challenge. Touch one toe down and draw it back up. You want to try and keep the right angle at your knee. And keep your shoulders relaxed. That's the biggest challenge of all. Stop those shoulders doing the work. It's your abs controlling that leg movement. Keep breathing. Working in your center. Shoulders soft. Make sure those legs stay in tabletop and your knees haven't crept into your chest. Last one. And bring both feet down. Okay, A little twist for you now to work your obliques. So you want to take your arms wide on the mat. The challenge with this exercise is to keep your shoulders on the mat. They must stay down. Okay, so bringing your legs back up to that tabletop if you want a challenge. This is the hard version. If you want the easier version, keep your feet down on the mat. Heels and knees glued together. Pulling your belly in. Take your legs over to one side. Remember, keep those shoulders down. And lift to the center. If you feel your shoulders start to lift, it takes the work out of your middle. So breathe in the middle, breathe out as you twist over. So if this is too much of a challenge, you can do it with your feet down. So you twist, use your abs to pull you back. Keep those feet glued, there's no sliding. One more each side, whichever version you're doing. Last one. Bring your knees in and take a nice stretch out. A couple of nice breaths as you stretch, however feels good. And then I want you to turn yourselves onto your bellies for swan. Okay, so lying on your fronts, hands by your shoulders, heels drawing together. Now if you're more comfortable with your arms higher, that's absolutely fine. Bringing your hands by your shoulders, scooping your belly off the mat, keeping your shoulders down, lift your chest. Open it up and lengthen back down. Pull your belly in, push your tail away. Lift your chest, try not to push into your hands too much. Lift your chest, stretch your shoulders back. Lengthen back down. Scoop your belly, push your tail away. Lift, stretch through your crown. Feel a stretch between your shoulders. Lengthen down into the mat. Last one, lifting up, open your chest, stretch your shoulders back, and lengthen down. Sit back on your heels in rest position. Couple of big breaths. And then come up onto all fours for a little cat stretch. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Scooping your belly in, rounding up, pulling your belly up, letting your head come in. Opening your chest, lengthen out, stretch. Rounding up, breathing out. Breathing in as you lengthen out. Exhale and round. Inhale, stretch. Last one, rounding up. And lengthen out. Okay, turning onto your side now for a little side kick series. So the ideal position is with your hand behind your head and your waist lifted. If you're more comfortable lying out long, lie out long. I don't mind. Okay, bringing your legs long, bring them forward slightly. So if you've got your mat, you want them at the front of the mat. Okay, hand in front to stabilize you. Pull your belly in, your body stays still. Lift your top leg hip height. Turn it out a little. And then we kick to the front, stretch it back. Kick, kick, reach it back. Shoulders are still, body is still. Kick it forward, lengthen it back. You want to keep your hips still, so your hips build the strength. Last one, and back. and lower your leg down. Now we're going up and down. You want to keep this waist long, keep your body still, strengthening this joint. We lift it up, toes to the ceiling and stretch. Lift, twist and lengthen. Keep lengthening through your crown. You don't need to watch your foot. It knows what it's doing. Lift, twist, reach. Last one. And it's everyone's favourite. It's those little circles. Toes to the ceiling, circle round. Dinner plates, brushing your heel. 3, 2, 1, and change direction. Keep stretching that foot away, reach it longer. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Okay, I'm going to mess with your heads for those of you that know me. Now we're going to do a spot of swimming. So rolling onto your fronts, arms long in front, legs long behind, drawing your heels in, waking those glutes up. Scoop your belly, lift your head out of the water. Stretch and lift one arm on the opposite leg and change sides. So you're going to reach and stretch, keeping your shoulders down and still. Keep your hips pressing into the mat. If you press your hip down, your glute will wake up. Reach, change, stretch, change, and lower down. Now you can probably roll onto your other side to do your side kick series, but if I do that, you won't be able to see me, so I shall spin myself around. But if you know what you're doing, you can roll over onto your other side. You don't need to be watching me. So either your hand behind your head or lying out long, legs to the front of the mat. Belly's in, hand in front, collarbone wide. Lift your top leg hip height. Watch it, it's not as high as you think. Add a little turn out. And we kick, kick, stretch it back. Long to the front, reach it behind. Keeping your hips and body still. Kick, kick. Stretch it back, reach it forward, long behind, last one, and back, lower, down, ready for up and down, keeping it in that joint. We lift, twist, reach for your heel, lift, twist, resist, keep that waist long, reach, stretch, lift, twist, reach. Last one, and it's those circles, toes to the ceiling, stretching that leg longer, brushing your heels. 3, 2, 1, change direction. Make sure those circles go behind as well as in front. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. I'm sure your legs are feeling that now. Okay, very carefully. Bring yourselves up into standing. Standing yourselves up nice and tall. Bringing your heels together. Scooping your belly. Arms by your side. We're going to do a little mermaid stretch to stretch out your sides. So reach one arm to the ceiling. Scoop in your belly. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you reach over. Coming up tall in the middle, lift your ribs and stretch. Come up tall. Imagine a pane of glass in front of you so you keep your chest open. No curling forward. Last one, stretch and back to the center. Hopefully your heels are still together. You've got to wrap through your seat. Scooping your belly in, weight onto the balls of your feet. Take a big breath in. If you can, lift up onto the balls of your feet, breathing in. Exhale and press it back down. Breathing in. If you can lift your heels just off, lift them just off. If you can go higher, go higher. Work to your challenge. Stretch it down. Last one, squeeze those heels. Reach for the ceiling. Leave your head high, stretch your spine down. Thank you very much, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this little workout. You might be able to fit it into your daily life more easily. And I'll see you in class soon. Thank you. Bye.